Plant friends, today we're diving into the annual Toronto Cactus and Succulent Society show and sale. Some of our favorite vendors are back, and there are some new ones too. They're all bringing a fresh selection of unique plants and pottery. So let's jump into this plant shopping. Our first vendor is Nick, and Nick always brings a fantastic selection of succulents. His echeverias are amazing, but take a look at these aeoniums. They start off at $15, and I did see a humongous one that was priced at about $35. Also had a number of granovias. Look at this little variegated gem right here. She was priced at $15. Plant friends, in this video I'm taking my time. I want to capture all the plants the vendors had to offer. Now if you missed this event, this is a good time to write down, scope out all the plants that you'd like to collect, because they are having a show later on in the year around September. Now you can follow the society on Instagram or periodically check their website for more details on their upcoming events. Plant friends, if you made it to this show, comment below and let me know what you purchased. Now take a look at this box. This Planty Friend came to shop. She was not playing around. We'll get to that section of the table. There were some unpotted succulents priced at only $3. But take a look at these. These string of buttons are amazing. We've got the variegated and one without variegation just right beside each other. A perfect combination to have in a hanging basket. Plant friends, I had to scope the box out to see what gems were selected. Now let's get back to the table. Look at the color on this one, $40. Beautiful, and it's so nice and compact. No stretching on these plants at all. The colors on these plants are stunning. They've probably gotten quite a bit of light and maybe some of the cool spring temperatures to induce such beautiful, vibrant colors. The $3 plants are quite a hit. But we're gonna get to them in a little bit. A lot of little gems are tucked in between, so you've got to go slowly. Those crested beauties always speak to me. And look at this box that's on the go. Great choice selecting the variegated string of buttons. I also see the Echeveria Lovely Rose, about 3 plants in the pot, so the pots are also nice and generous. And when you see something that you're possibly thinking about, pick it up quickly because they go very fast. And take a look at this little gem that's priced at $5. I believe it's a monodenium, but with all that sun stressing, it makes it look like something that's uncommon and more unique. And this gem is stunning. Now here are the unpotted plants. They're all priced at $3 each. Some beautiful clustered, well-established plants too. And I like checking out the back rows. Sometimes there's some mature specimen sized plants. Plant friends, look at these Haworthias. Aren't they just mouth-wateringly gorgeous? Now this one's amazing. She's priced at $95. Had to leave Nick's table for a little bit. I got a tap on the shoulder that the Hoya table was being wiped out. This is one of the reasons why I love coming to the show. You're able to take advantage of some fantastic deals. This Hoya drop was certainly unexpected, and I'm loving the price point. They're all nicely labeled. This one's tagged as the Enduensis. We've got Erythrina Red. This one sunstresses very nicely. This one's a Lacanosa, and it's the real Lacanosa. We're normally used to seeing this variety. It is a Lacanosa, however, it's the Croniana variety. Hoya Sarawak, what a beauty. $6 for $10. Imagine picking up what we've picked up already. It would be more than 60 bucks. We've got Carnosa Freckles. We've seen this around quite a bit. This is one that I'm not used to seeing. Sweet Scents. Yeah, Sweet Scent is an unusual beauty. We've got Hoya CV Michelle. Hoya Diversifolia. And this one's a mouthful. SPVL-9 GPS 7240. Tomlinsonii White. We haven't seen Tomlinsonii in a very long time. I feel that it's been years. Another densifolia. And look at this bundle. There's chicken farm that's in there. Lagunangaton. Even one of those SPPNG SV443. But back to the table, look at this Burtonii. This one's tagged as CVBPO1. And BPO2. Sort of reminds me of the Sarawak. Nice big leaves. Hoya Glabra Pink. This one's interesting. I haven't seen this one before. It's tagged as Lucadensiana. SP Loei Province. We've got Hushkiliana Albo. Here's Hoya Mirabilis. This one's a Gunningaden. I like that there's that sun stressing on that one leaf. One more of those Lucadeniansiana. And this little Hoya is Hoya Enhi Pink. This one's Hoya Panchoy. Nice tiny little leaves with a hint of red. Nice and trailing. It's one more of those Hoya Sweet Scent. Let's try that again. Maybe it's Hoya Lucardensiana. Cute tiny leaves on these. Nuna. Nice tendrils. It's another SV443. Check out their website. Quite an interesting variety of plants that they have to offer, plant friends. If you're into your Hoyas, this is a great resource. Bookmark their website. A regular beauty that we see all the time, Hoya Carrii, the Albo variety. And here's a Hoya Fichi. Plant friends, wow, that's exciting. They've been completely wiped out, not a lot left, and it's not even an hour into the show yet. I've only just arrived. Wasn't able to get back into Nick's table. It's quite crowded, so I'm checking out A Pinch of Earth, A Pinch of Fire. and they've almost been wiped out as well. These potteries are very popular, and plant friends, they're very affordable as well. Every time I come to the show, I try to collect a few. $25. She's handmade, nicely glazed, and I love the rustic natural colors. Sort of reminds you of stone, a natural environment where the cactus or the succulent would be growing. Only a few left. And the vendor pointed out some of these are already sold and just waiting to be picked up. I love that there's a little pot inside. It would be nice as a set, especially for those Planty Friend girlies that like to do their plant styling. These are quite beautiful pots to add to a collection. Now you can find this vendor on Instagram, give them a follow and see what they have to offer. They're normally at the shows, so this is where I've seen them, but sometimes they do update on their Instagram at different events that they might be attending. I'm hoping to see them later on September, where I can collect a few more of these little goodies. Plant friends, I'm back at Nick's table. I'm starting at the end, and then I'm going to work my way back to those gorgeous Haworthias. It's very crowded, but I also like seeing what people are reaching in and scoping out. Now this is interesting. I'm loving the little clusters on top, the line striping. It's priced at $75 and grafted, so you know that's a slow growing plant. And here's where Planty Friend stopped to say hello. I had to scope out what she purchased. Plant friends, thank you so much for coming up and saying hello, your kind words. I just really appreciate the support. It gives me that motivation to keep going and producing content for you every week. Plant friends, if we're ever out plant shopping and you see me, please don't hesitate to say hi. And look at these beauties with the intense yellow blooms. Now in edit, I'm thinking I should have picked that up. The yellow blooms, the white fuzz, and the green. Wow, what a beautiful combination. Mental note to grab that in September if they're still available. Look at this nice cluster of the Conophytum for $25. And we've finally made our way back to the Haworthias. The next vendor is Hun Plant Club, and take a look at the aesthetics of this table. The black pots with the black tablecloth and the lighting, such a fantastic touch. It's like being in a plant art gallery. Now plant friends, check out their Packodium Bravo. What an amazing Caudex plant, one that's certainly on my wish list. Now along with the Packodium, they also have the Astrophytums, the Gymnocalycum types, as well as the Echino cactus. And take a look at this Adenium gigante. Those beautiful new shiny leaves. She's certainly out of dormancy. They also had a few plants that were potted up in these handmade Japanese pots. and check out the care guide. I enjoyed leafing through this. Now the vendor pointed out with a black label, you can see how much moisture is in the pot. If the label is damp or there's a little bit of moisture on it, you know that you don't need to water. It's sort of like a moisture meter. But also the media, when it's wet, it's a rich brown color. And once completely dried or ready for watering, it's more of a gray color. Just a fantastic combination to have. Check out the Packodium Bravo. This one's about to flower. Now the vendor mentioned that they are launching their website later on this month or next month. In the meantime, follow them on Instagram. Such an elegant setup, and some of their plastic pots have the company logo, which is quite cool. Such a nice touch. The next vendor is Kobe Cacti. You can also find them on Instagram. These are all labeled Echinopsis hybrids. This is a humongous temper cactus. It's the Articulatus. They had it priced for $57. Check out all these Leucophoras. Wow, they had so many of them. The price range on these, $40 up to $160. Here's the beauty, that's $160. These are noted to be excellent for grafting. The next vendor is Mark, and Mark always has the most amazing specimen sized plants. This is one of those monstrous euphorbias, like a crested Euphorbia trigona, and it was priced at $25. I've got one of these in my collection. They're low maintenance. She's a beautiful crested plant and priced at $75. Here's one more of those Packodium variety. Lately, these Packodium plants have been really speaking to me. Here's a beauty that I've got in my collection. It's Euphorbia Malothiae. It was priced at $50. These throw off a lot of pops. Look at the size on this Ariocarpus. This one's so purple, and she's priced at $200. What a beauty. She's been trained like a bonsai. It's $250. This one's only 30 bucks. The next vendor is Tiny Zeroight. Now this vendor has a lot of plants that are seed grown or cuttings. It's the perfect way to get plants in your collection at an affordable price by starting off with something a little bit smaller. It also doesn't take up a lot of space. There's so many to choose from. You can get your hands on quite a bit of plants here. They've got Dorstinias, agaves, adenium, hornias, Euphorbia varieties. I follow this vendor on Instagram and I was able to see a list of plants that he has to offer. Wow, plant friends, it's amazing the amount of variety that he has. Plant friends, as you can see, it's an extensive list. Follow it on Instagram or check out this vendor at the September show. The next vendor is Cacti Corner. Plants ranging from $5, plant friends. There are sections for $10, $15, all the way up to $30. Here's a close look at the plants that were priced for $10. Now let's have a look at the $15 items. These are priced at $20 each. In the next section, they're $25 each. finally, the $30 items. Look at this Ariocarpus. Plant friends, I didn't get the name for the final two vendors, but at this point I was running low on battery and I had to quickly get to the show table. I've split this video up into two parts, so part one will be the shopping tour and part two will be the show table with the specimen size plants. Plant friends, wish I had more time because these baskets were nicely labeled and looks like some nice sized plants priced at only $15. And in this basket, there were only 10 each. Plant friends, now that you've seen almost all the plants that they had on offer, comment below and let me know what's on your wish list. Now let's get into the haul. Plant friends, on this shopping trip, believe it or not, I only picked up one plant, the Develia parviflora. This is one of those stinky plants. It's in the Aronia stapelia family. And the cutest little yellow flower. Can't believe it, only one plant. Next we've got pottery, and the pottery was picked up from a pinch of earth, a pinch of fire. Plant friends, I've got a lot of plant chores to do. There's so many plants that needs repotting, and this pottery is just perfect for some of those plants. Look at this beauty. Such a beautiful pottery. The little legs on there, drainage hole. Sort of reminds you of a rock. And it's a good size. This is about a 4.5 inch pot size. And it's a nice sturdy pot, so it will hold some of those plants that might be top heavy. Wow, such a beautiful pot. And I couldn't resist, I had to get two pots. Certainly not enough. I've got to slowly collect the pots. And this one sort of reminds me of a basket weave. Just rustic steps. And look at the color. It's those earth tones that pulls me in. Beautiful amount of drainage holes. Not too big. A wonderful selection of pottery from a pinch of earth, a pinch of fire. Thanks for joining me on the shopping tour, plant friends. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment, and follow me on Instagram at Life of Bellina.